Aquarius, how much do I love that you got this card as I was just getting my energy together. This came out, Drifter, experiencing life as it comes. Kind of goes with the t-shirt, Aquarius AF. Most Aquarians, Aquarius is a mix, and let me know in the comments, and this is your October reading by the way. Aquarians are a mix for me of really being able to appreciate this drifter energy, which is I march to the beat of my own drum. You know, I know myself, I kind of know the world as a collective, and I'm fascinated by it, but I don't need to follow. Years ago, a guru type person said to me, there are those that wish to lead, there are those that wish to follow, and there are those that wish to neither lead nor follow. And Aquarius, I think you are those people. So drifter energy for you is lucky and not unusual, but very important as we come into October. Okay, I'm going to take one more oracle card. We're going to do a general reading looking at your general energies. We're going to do a love reading underneath that, looking at your love energies. This card. Oh my god, this deck is so weird. This deck, right, which is this. Let me know if anyone's got this, because I know loads of Aquarians do tarot. This deck spawns cards. I've never seen this card before. Watchers, the transpersonal. I've never seen it. I've owned this deck for about 2-3 years. I've used it a lot, probably use it every single day. And every time I use it, I've got to see what this is now. Oh yeah, we like this. We like this. Serendipity, the observer witness, and transpersonal. Oof. That goes so well with the drifter. Because the drifter is like stop doing and start being. Which I think is what you do as an Aquarius really well. And then this one, this watcher's malarkey, stop doing, pause, get off the treadmill. And in the drifter it was talking about, you know, that everybody else is part of a rat race and that you can see and you can observe it. You just get to be really lofty and observe in October. You'd be like, yes, I do believe it's transpersonal, don't you? I love this for you. Okay. Find the witness within, the one that can observe the fire and fury happening around you but is not caught up in the drama. Often you are at the centre of the drama though. Think that I don't know, but I do, okay? I know a lot of people's dramas centre around you. What can you do? You're an Aquarius. AF. Yes. Got my Venus in Aquarius if you can't tell, but I love a bit of Aquarian energy. The time is right to step back. Okay. Do not engage, just observe. Watchers show up to direct your attention to the horizon and away from the anthill. I love this. Others may think you're just doing nothing. Little do they know. There are bigger things for you to attend to. The watchers invite you to break free from the linear, casual pace of the everyday today. Rise to divine coincidence. I'm getting a woof. That's me, like brewing a woof. Woof. There you go. Had to come out. To serendipity. Yes. Yes, yes. Itchy ear. And notice how the act of seeing the heart of the matter produces results. Things happen without you doing anything. I'm always one for that. When nothing's happening, everything is happening. The times when we tie ourselves most up in knots are when we're trying so hard because it means so much, or because we've been schooled that way that we need to do and we need to work and we need to graft. And then you just watch other people just things dropping in their lap and you think, well, how does that happen? They let go. I love this. Things happen without you doing anything. Creation unfolds in its own mysterious way, requiring only a sacred witness. Let's get some tarot out. Let's invite some tarot to the party, Aquarius. Cripes, I love that deck, by the way. If you're looking for a deck that is, frankly, quite cheap, really good quality, I would say that one is a really good one. You can get it in loads of places. Okay. No, I am not on commission. I should be. I should be. I should be on some sort of divine commission. But then maybe it wouldn't spawn the cards, you know, when I go to sleep. Frankly, that's priceless. A deck that can spawn new cards when I'm not looking, I'm in. That's like a quantum deck. I feel I can talk to the Aquarians in the room now. We're talking quantum decks, we're talking being and not doing. Drop some comments, say some Aquarian things. Right. Let's have a question in mind for this. Tell us about the path of opportunity here. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. That's like a woof, but without the woof. Just oof. In certain situations I may neigh. No, I won't do it now. Not yet. Wait and see. Okay. King of Swords. Now, for many, the King of Swords is feared. Just go and talk to the Cancerians. They'll tell you all about that. This bad boy's been haunting their readings for years. Like, no, not another King of Swords. But, oh, it's giving me a really itchy nose, sorry. You lot, when this comes up for you, it's like a power card. Because the King of Swords is a very Aquarian card. The colour, see this sort of turquoisey colour? That's a very Aquarius colour. The colour of ice and blue and kind of icy blue. Icy blue. I'm doing my worm, being my folk lady dancing. You can tell I haven't got out of the house yet, can't you? Okay. King of Swords is precision. Swing! We're talking, think you're fixed and you're air. That is a very powerful thing to be. It can get a lot done, but of course it's fairly invisible. Think about, well, ice isn't always see-through. I don't know why it isn't. I don't know. I guess it is and it isn't. Anyway, think about ice and think about air and think about clarity. Okay? King of Swords always has the big sword, fana. It's the sword of justice, it's the sword of truth, it's the sword of don't waste my time with your flibbity-gibbet nonsense. Like that. This is about, so you're being like the drifter, you're the witness, you realise that things kind of happen all around you and you're not necessarily part of the nucleus of the action. But at the same time, you have your boundaries clear. You're not humping about trying to work out what they are. So how this is going to come to you, if this is a work situation or if this is any kind of general life situation, is that you are very clear about who you are this month. And you get the opportunity to get very clear, to really drill down, to really crystallise, if we're speaking ice and all that sort of jazz, to really crystallise the essence of who you are with no apology and no F's given. None. Not even one. Okay? What that in turn does is, if this were fabric, you're drawing the strings in. It tightens everything. It makes everything clearer. I like this. It's very decisive. It sorts the wheat from the chaff. It tells you where you are. You let other people know where they stand. Everyone's a winner, baby. We then get the Three of Pentacles. It's a good month for collaborating. It's a good month for working in a team, being in a team, feeling as if you are all for one and one for all. That's honestly the second time today that, is it D'Artagnan? I only remember it as Dogtagnan because my little brother used to watch the cartoon of Dogtagnan. I know. There's my history lesson. But it's the second time. This morning I wrote an email to somebody and I mentioned it there as well, and I'm mentioning it to you now. All for one and one for all with our swords. That's you, Aquarius. Yee-hoo. It is what it is. Let's not apologise, because no F's given, remember? And we'll look at how that impacts on your love life in a minute. And yes, there will be an extended love reading. Oh yes. But we'll talk about that later. Queen of Pentacles. Now, normally I wouldn't associate you with the Queen of Pentacles, but I do in this case, because something is important to you. And being a fixed sign, one of your skills, which you don't use often enough because you're also quite impatient sometimes, but one of your skills, should you choose to deploy it, is steadfastness. Eye on the prize. Eye on the prize. Okay? I was going to write that down, but I don't know if I have a pen. I do have a pen. I'm writing it down. Otherwise I will forget, because I'm a Pisces. Eye on the prize. No F's given. I love that. That might be the title of the video. Let's see. Yeah, you are going to stick it out, but at the same time you're detached from it. That is your super weapon as an Aquarius. Detachment, the ability to compartmentalise, but still be actually in the game. It kills people. I feel for them. I feel for the water signs. I do, because I am one. Oof. Look at it. 10 of Swords. I actually like that. I like that card for you. I do. Because I feel like there may be some blood spilt here, not literally, but anything that is not true and clear and clean, you're just going to unclip it. Get thee from me, Satan. That's it. They're out. I want to look at your love life now, actually. I want to look at your love life. Yeah, let's have some Scarlet Rose Tarot for the erection section. I'm channeling my 80s DJ. A little bit of George Michael. Okay, where is that going to go in here for a moment? Hark at me putting cards back in boxes. I know. Okay, let's look at love. As mentioned, there will be an extended love reading after the video. There is a link in the description box should you wish to follow it, if you dare. Okay. Woo! I'm going to take 3 first. I like it when she comes up. Oh gosh. God. This is unusual. First card we get is Queen of Wands. She is the Diva Queen. So if you think that you're in your era, right? Oh, I love that. I'm going to write that down as well. You're in your era, in your no F's given era, then the Queen of Wands is like you, but you're kind of evolved into, I want this, I want that, you get out of here. If you're thinking in terms of your love life, if anyone is just messing about or not able to, whatever it is, you know, if it's messy, you may just be inclined to tell them to jog on in October 2025. Yeah. I get a feeling that with some of you, you may have been, because we've had 2 eclipses in September, and they were really spicy, not going to lie, especially the Pisces one. That was, God, it was just chaos and water, you know, and emotions. But more importantly, because not everyone experienced it the same way, for some people it was just like an emotional drawing down of the moon and a sort of a revelation of whatever their emotional truth was, without any compromise. You know, Pisces, and I'm a double Pisces, can be vague. I'm the first to admit it. But when a Pisces it's like a full moon eclipse in Pisces. It's like you just hit the truth, but with a wave, which is messy, but undeniable. So I feel that has contributed. So now you are the equivalent of the Diva Queen, the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, I always joke that she has a rider, you know, she's like a celebrity turning up wanting to bathe in Evian and have all of the purple M&Ms taken out of the bowl. Obviously, it may not be that extreme, but it's not that far off it. Don't be afraid to push it. Don't be afraid to be who you are. To the power of 10 this time. You know, that irreverence that you have, that eccentricity, lean into it. No compromises, no apologies. Music's coming up quite a lot in your reading for me. Maybe just in my own head. Then you get the 9 of Wands. Super duper boundaries. Because although you are in this position and you are the diva and you are able to schling and swing and swing, there is something about temptation coming up for me. And I don't know what that is. Maybe you want to tell me in the comments, Aquarius. If you have secret temptations, you need to share them on YouTube. Okay, please do. Then we get the Hermit. What the frock is that? I'm going to take another card for this. The Hermit. This seems really powerful. Now, you're kind of slightly with the Drifter and with Watchers, experiencing life as it comes, becoming the witness, all of those things. There is Hermit energy there. And I guess the Hermit is a witness, witnessing the lamp. But I want to take another card, and I know which deck I want, and I want this one. God knows why, because it doesn't match at all, but I do. Because I'm seeing it in my mind's eye. Seeing it, feeling it in me water. Okay. Oof. The Emperor. This won't be for all of you, but for some of you, if you are dealing with divine masculine energy, they may be hidden from you for some reason. Oh, I like that. Ooh. What they didn't know is it's your hot girl autumn. You're having a glow up. We've got the Fool. This is a power card. 0 is a very, very powerful number, or not number. It's a bit like our tomatoes are fruit, isn't it? It's kind of the absence of a number. The Fool is, I am taking a leap with or without you. I am taking a leap with or without you. Guess what? Guess what, Aquarians? Going in the book. Gosh, I love that. Love it. Ding dong ding. A whole lot of that. 10 of Cups. Mars in Pisces. Glitter and unicorns. Happy ever after. Thank God I didn't stop and wait for those people who weren't really filling my cup. I didn't wait to hear what they had to say. If they weren't pulling their weight. Yeah. 4 of Swords. You're a strange mixture here of Queen of Wands energy, which is quite active, where you're like this, this, and not that. And 4 of Swords, which is, and Queen of Pentacles. Let's wait and see. But do you know what? The quiet ones are the confident ones, and the ones that do nothing because you're not scrabbling around. That's what I mean. This energy that we can get into when we think we have to work so hard for it, we have to prove ourselves, you know, I want to make you proud of me, all of that. Pride is the crutch of the insecure. I read that somewhere a few years ago and I love it. It's not worth having. So there's something here about paring this right back down, massively regenerating. It's like if you were a game, you'd be like eating those backpacks or whatever you do on Tomb Raider, and then, you know, your health goes, you're giving yourself this glow up, but you're doing it quietly and in the corner, and then you become the Queen of Wands when you need to, with boundaries that are as sharp as steel. And it's like, don't cross me. I've digested all this stuff. I've been here in the shadows for ages. I know myself and I know you. And guess what? That makes you so magnetic. I'm shouting. I knew you were going to get this. Tell me more about that. 9 of Swords. This is not without its worries. I thought the 4 of Swords was going to be the 9. Itch. Tell us more, please, about the 9 of Swords, about what we might be up at 4 o'clock in the morning. One of my friends, was she an Aquarius? No, she was a Scorpio. She told me anything you're up worrying about at 4 o'clock in the morning is always just bolognese. It's just nothing. Okay. 9 of Swords with the 4 of Pentacles clarifying. I don't mind that, actually. 4 of Pentacles is about money in the bank. It's about investment. You may teeter on the edge because this is the love part of your reading. It could also mean in the general part of your reading you're worried about investments, your future, your security. But spilling over into the love part of the reading, you're also worried about investments and security. Who to invest in, who not to invest in. When this happens and you find yourself shrinking and worrying and those sorts of, oh, I don't know, you think, what would the Queen of Wands do? Fake it till you make it if you don't feel confident enough yet. Okay, just go with the motions, because throughout October the universe will throw you more and more bones on confidence. Okay, so rest assured you don't have to try and be confident. Just be. Tell us a little bit about the other person in this situation, if there is one. Don't mind that. That's interesting, actually. Oh, Aquarius. Some of you with those water signs, they'll all be coming to me. Tell me about this Aquarius. Woof. We love an air sign as water signs. Okay, about your person, we got the World, which I really like because you've also got the Fool. I think this is a kind of a make or break thing. You're either in it now and we're starting a new cycle as the Fool, or we're closing the cycle with the World. And we close the door on this. Are you with me? And it's all so clear then until we get the Moon. Some of you are dealing with somebody who is like an international person of mystery in some way. No, they've got something about them that is a bit unknowable. You know, when you're an Aquarius, you really need someone to have something about them that's a bit unknowable to keep you interested. So I'm going to like this card a lot. But also know that full moons are important. And the full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces on the 7th of September that we had is part of this and is impacting as well. And then we get the 4 of Cups, emotional neutral. And Aquarius, it may be that there are times in this month, because this is a lot and you're quite hot to handle at the moment, there may be times when you need to just cool your jets. 4 of Swords, 4 of Cups, and you become the Hermit for a little while and let them come find you. which I'm sure they will, because when your boundaries are as clear as this, it's like you're ringing it like a bell. You're just so magnetic and powerful and strong. In the extended reading, we will go further with the love life, okay? We're going to look deeper at your person. We're going to look at the connection. We're going to look at what might be impacting it. What are the obstacles? What is the best way forward? And is there any weird stuff that we can channel that will just get us closer to that truth? I'm going to go and do that now. It will be a link under the description box thingy somewhere. I'll see you on the other side. Namaste. Don't go change him.